What is up, guys? It's your boy Riven here today with another deck tech, another deck analysis plus gameplay of it. And today we're gonna talk about Zorark Silvally deck. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Stefan Ivanov deck, so don't worry about that. We're gonna play it. But for today we got a Silvally Zorark. Before I'm gonna talk about the deck, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more news, more decks, and more Pokemon content. Right? You ready? You subscribed? Yes. Okay, so let's go. So, Silvally-GX deck, definitely an interesting deck. A deck that has a ton of counter, right? Whatever you think of, it has kind of a counter to it, right? So, you want to use memories, right? Like a Water Memory and a Fighting type memory. I don't remember the exact name of that card, but I'm going to show you to counter Rashizard or to counter Pikarom, right? With the Turbo Drive and the TCE. Okay, so let's go card by card and let's just play the deck. So we're playing one Ditto, one Meow, and one Persian-GX. Persian-GX for Vengeance, so it's 20 more damage for each of our Pokemon in this card pile, and again it costs TCE, Slashback 150 GX, and a Catwalk. And this is, you know, why we want to use it, right? Because whenever our GX or EX gets knocked out, we can search for two specific cards, right? Now we can check the deck, we can search for the cards that we need. So really good card in that deck. Then we have two Type Nulls and two Silvally-GXs, and of course, you know, in those tight spots for 3 TCE you can use Rebel GX, and if our opponent has a full bench, well, that's 250 damage. On top of that, your basics, right, they don't have retreat cost, which is really helpful if it comes like the Dedenne or other stuff. So definitely a gyro unit, fantastic ability. Then we have one Grimer, one Alolan Muk with Power of Alchemy. Bye bye Muk. Then we have a nice line of 4/4 Zorua and Zorark GX, one Rockruff, one Lycanroc with Bloodthirsty Eyes, and one Dedenne-GX. On top of that, one Marshadow from, of course, Unbroken Bonds with Resetting Hold to discard the stadiums of our opponent, and one Tapu Lele. So this is a deck that is like a nice farewell. It's like a nice goodbye to many of those cards like Lycanroc, Zoroark, Tapu Lele, Muk, and it's, you know, it's worth to play it right now. Like Silvally, we know, stays in the format. Then let's go to trainer cards, and we have, whoa, that was all. We've got one Field Blower, 4 Nest Balls, and there are sometimes games, like I had one game when I started with 4 Nest Balls. It was quite hilarious. One Pal Pad to bring back the supporters, Pokemon Communication 3 times, 4 Ultra Balls. So we want to hit the cards that we need at the time to counter what is happening on the board. Then we have one Sky Pillar to protect our bench, but I don't want to use Mew, right? Like Mew kind of wastes bench space for us, so Sky Pillar is okay. One Acerola, one Cynthia only, 2 Guzmas, 1 Judge, 4 Lillies, and 2 Professor Kukui for this 20 additional damage. Like there are gonna be times when 250 is not enough, like you want to add this 20 from Kukui. That's great. Then we have a Fighting Memory and Water Memory, as I said before, and we have 9 energies, which are 4 TCE, 3 DCE, and 2 fighting type energies, and that is it. So the whole deck is quite simple, quite fun to play, and you can, you know, copy and paste it. It's down there below. You can copy and paste it and check it out yourself. But now we're gonna play the deck, right? So let's take it to a standard and let's play. Let's have some fun with it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also don't forget that in the description you have a 5% discount any code with purchase on Professor Oak, which not only, you know, gives you codes as cheap as on eBay, but also supports ya boy Raven from Pokemon Couple. Alright, so do you want to go first or do you want to go second? You want to go first, right? This is a Zorark deck. You want to go first. So there we go. We're gonna go first. Yes please, because we want to evolve, right? And again, this deck kind of requires you to know what your opponent has. You should play Muk, should you play this, should you play that? It kind of, you know, goes along those lines, and it's really hard sometimes to figure it out. For example, from the colors right now, from the type, I think we might see Zorark and Greninja, but who knows, right? So let's go. We got Type Null. Let's see what it's going to be. Maybe a Malamar, and it is a Zorark Greninja. Alright, so in my head right now I have to go for the Type Null. And I have to find TCE, and let's see how we are looking. Okay, we got 2 fighting memories. So this is my win con basically, right? Getting Silvally, getting fighting energy, maybe, you know, Lycanroc, Rockruff, and actually, you know, doing something with it. Sky Pillar is not really needed in this matchup, so let's just maximize the Lillie here. I'm gonna discard Guzma. I want to keep, so we're gonna discard Lillie and the Field Blower just to get what we need. And at this point in time, let's play a Rockruff. So we want to be fighting type, right? So you see, like, the deck is adjusting towards your opponent, what your opponent is playing at a time. Lillie, draw off 7 right here, and there we go. We got fighting memory. That's perfect. He's not. You see, like, now I don't know if he's gonna be able to knock us out or not. So I'm gonna keep the fighting memory, because, you know, he might knock out the type Null. He's going second. It is a possibility. I know I'm gonna have Silvally next turn. I have a TCE, so I have all the ways I need, but I don't want to show him, right? I don't want to show him that I have the answers. So just pass the turn, hoping for, you know, not getting Marshadow, because it might be, because again, he might play a Darkrai, right? And with a Darkrai, Energy Switch, this is 120 damage that he can deal turn 1. So that's why I did not want to play fighting memory right here on this type Null. Because if he would get knocked out, well, that I would have a problem, like really big problem at this point. So you don't want to do that. Again, so it comes, you know, with the knowledge of your opponent's deck, right? So you have to, you know, think about the certain things, and what he can have, what he will not have. It's a really specific deck. It's really a T1, you know, somewhere that counters a lot. Because you see, I only played one Zorua, and majority, so 3 cards basically, are towards fighting types, so are against Zoro Ninja. That is right there on the board. And okay, he played nothing. That's great, because now I can actually play Pokemon Communication. We don't need Lycanroc right now. What I need is Silvally. There we go, we got a Silvally. Like, the best case scenario would be wait, that's 150. I can use a GX and that's gonna be it. So let's get rid of the stadium. So with the GX, that's 150. There we go, right? So he saw what we are doing, right? So 150, that'll be 300 damage, knockout right away on the Zoro Ninja. So like we adjusted ourselves towards our opponent. And that's what you want to do with this deck. You want to see those first few cards, and especially during your turn 1, adjust to where you have to be. Like, of course, you know, Silvally, when you see Rashizard, you kind of want to have the same setup, but you just want to have the water memory, and that's Electric, Dragon, Metal, and Psychic. So no literally clue. Electric, it might be Dedenne, Necrozma. That might be Malamar Necrozma. That might be the deck, Malamar Necrozma. So definitely fighting memory and water memory. They will not help. So now I kind of have to play a little bit of a classic Zoroark here. And okay, we got 2 type nulls, and that's, well, that is a start, right? That is a start. I'm not gonna say no to this. And I have to get rid of his Incase if that's the deck I'm thinking that I'm facing. It might be. And it's exactly Giratina and Necrozma deck. Okay. So definitely getting rid of Incase is going to be the key to this matchup, but I will have to, you know, first set up my bench. And that might be a bit of a problem. Looking at my hand, you know, we got both memories. They are not something you want to play right now, and wow, we do not have a lot of options. Like, really not a lot of options. But hey, so, you know, maybe he's gonna have a better hand than us. It happens. But again, in this matchup, you want to snipe those Incase and Malamars, Because that's their whole strategy, to bring back the Giratina and put the energy on Giratina thanks to Malamars. The same goes to Necrozma, right? They want to put that energy back with Necrozma. So, Zorua, of course, from cards that are, you know, really nice, Muk and Grimer are going to be quite interesting. But, right here, I know I have to prepare my next turn. Like, let's be honest, there's no other option. You know what? Yeah, I have a Dedenne. So DC is gonna go over here on Zorua. Let's play Dedenne. I know I'm discarding Lycanroc, but this is not a card that's gonna help me in this matchup. Fantastic. Nest Ball. And Nest Ball goes... Do we have a Muk? Okay, we have a Muk. So Nest Ball goes for Grimer. Definitely a Grimer. Because Grimer is gonna disable Giratina and Jirachi. On top of that, we got Zorua. Perfect. So we got Pokémon Communication for next turn, Ultra Ball, and I'm gonna have Zorark next turn. So that's done. That's it. That's all I can do. I have my full bench. Muk next turn definitely, and one Zorark. If he's not gonna knock out Grimer, and then the game begins, right? So again, Muk does not disable Malamars. So this is going to be a problem. He can still attack for 130, but with not having a distortion door, well, he can't bring back the Giratina, which is really cool right now, because he kind of relies on that. He relies on bringing back the Giratina or the Necrozma itself. So if I'm going to be able to knock out one of them, I'm going to be in a sweet spot. So let's go for Zorark. There we go, we got the Zorark. Right there on the Zorua. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Trade on the Pal Pad. Right, so we're going to maximize on what we can do. Look at that. Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball for Muk. Definitely that's going to be my play. Because there's nothing on my side that, you know, Muk will disrupt. And I'm going to draw 6 cards from Lillie. So that's a good draw. Now he can't use Jirachi. No, he can't use the ability of Giratina, so definitely those cards are disabled to some extent. And this is going to be a risky move, I know. But you know what? I'm going to retreat. Like, I want to, you know, take the advantage of what is happening. So Righteous beating 120, but with some weakness. That's a knockout. Of course we got a resistance towards Psychic, but this is a Dragon type. And we just have to go for it. If he's going to play Jirachi, he can't use Stellar Wish, and he has to know that. So he plays Necrozma. If Necrozma is front, he can't use Malamar on it. So he only can play energy from his hand. So that is really good. At the same time, now I have time to actually go for Silvally. There we go, so he attacked. That's only 100 damage, which is fine with me. Alright, so let's start with Trade on Fighting Memory. There we go. Alright, that's a Sky Pillar. It does not help here. Let me think. Okay. And I'm gonna play Lillie for 1 card. I know it might be stupid, but look at that. Look at that. We just drew a Zorark. Sometimes, you know, risking it is not a bad option, right? So you just have to go for it, and that was exactly what we needed. Bam, look at that. Look at that. We're gonna have Silvally. Oh yes. And I know I have TCE, right? And I still have a GX move. I know I can retreat and actually, you know, knock out this Necrozma. But at the same time, I don't think I want to. I don't want to waste another DCE here. So let's go. Righteous beating 120. It's fine. He can deal 100 damage tops because he can only play 1 from his hand. Of course, he can play Acerola on top of that. But I think he's just charging the benched one. And even if he's going to knock out Zorark, There we go, look at that. He does not have the answers. And, like, this is great. Him not having an answer is just amazing, because I can play Acerola. Wait. But is Acerola a good option here? I would have to still play. Okay, what? I'm gonna keep that Acerola in my hand. I'm just gonna keep it in my hand, knock out Necrozma, and let's go. So you see how much damage simple card as Alolan Muk dealt, and we're going there. So his main attacker right now is the second Necrozma, and he either has the metal type energy to actually be able to attack with it, or not. And if not, I'm playing Acerola, Silvally-GX move knockout. That's my strategy now. Or he can knock out Zorark. It might be... Ooh! Gengar and Mimikyu. So... now I want to play... Horrorhouse GX. Okay, I can't play anything from my hand. Which he knows. And it's... fine with me. I mean, trade. Sure. Like, I know I have a knockout with Silvally-GX. He can do whatever he wants. And he has a weakness to my fighting type. That is a game! Come on, why would... like, okay, I would win no matter what. So this is the deck, and I think that this is a really, really nice deck. Honestly, it is incredibly good. I am surprised how good the deck is, especially if you know exactly what your opponent can have. I don't think you're gonna have trouble with playing the deck, and I don't think you will have trouble adjusting to what is happening on the board, right? Like you saw, you know, you kind of needed a Guzma here. There was 18 cards in the deck, so I could have, you know, cycled through 4 of them, because discard 2, draw 4 due to, you know, trades. There was the Lillie, there was the Acerola for me, in case something would happen. And you saw, you know, this last turn, right? I said I'm gonna Acerola back, play Silvally, TCE, use the GX and win the game almost, but that's what happened. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the deck. The deck is down there below, you can check it out yourself. I think it's really cool to play, and you should definitely try it out. Also, don't forget that in the description you have a 5% discount any code you would purchase on Professor Oak, which are, you know, now thanks to my code, cheaper than on eBay. So why not use it, right? Why not use it? And really, have fun. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 500 subs. And don't forget to check me out live on Twitch, Raven Call Session, when we do test those decks, when we do create those decks. I'm talking about certain stuff in Pokemon World. So thank you guys so much for watching. Raven loves you. Bye.